So the runners have been given the green light, and they should be starting any second now as we begin tonight's match. Busy night for the Mario 3 Randomizer tournament, and tonight will be no exception. So World 2 leads off, and the lock is right in front of the pipe, rather cruel, so they're going to have to play a few levels automatically. And already we're in 6-9, and ibuba is going for the sub-pixel jump, where he can fly over the top of this arena and potentially save himself some time. MidiGuy going top route underwater takes an unfortunate death, so they're right back to even. ibuba is not giving up on that clip. Oh, I think he almost had it there too. So wall kicks won't work. Well, they can. It just kind of challenged MidiGuy. I think it was tempted by that item, then decided not to. So ibuba continuing to go after that that clip. MidiGuy's having to deal with cheeps and fire spewing piranha plants, but pulls through. ibuba's finally had enough after almost a full minute of those wall kicks, and decides to play 6-9 normally. Ooh, I don't think he was intending to do that with the cheap, but it worked out pretty well. Next up is 3-2. The guy, ooh, going for the mushroom. Should have. Fortunately, didn't do it in intended order. But that's okay. He can play 3-2 without it. So, as you noticed, the pipe is in an interesting location. They're going to have to play 3 levels just to get to that fort. And depending on where that second pipe is, it could still be worth backtracking. It remains seen. So, 3-2 is done for MidiGuy. ibuba is most of the way through, and we have a quicksand level. No angry sun to contend with, but there was a chomp off the hook there, kind of standing in the way. But MidiGuy's trying to get rid of him. Finally does. Goes into quicksand, so he maintains a slender 2/3 of a stage lead, maybe about 10 to 15 seconds right now. We come to the fort. MidiGuy still has yet to get a power up, though he'll definitely get a few here. So they're required to finish the level. 8 fort. Tough early fort to deal with, but should be reasonably familiar to both of these runners. ibuba slowly catching up to MidiGuy, putting the many years of Warpless experience speedrunner to good use, which could give him a decided advantage if he keep his head about him, which admittedly shouldn't be too difficult. MidiGuy, taking a damage boost, decides not to chance the 1 cycle and is just going to take the bottom route. ibuba gets the 1 cycle and kept Fire Mario, but I think he accidentally uncrouched when he shouldn't, but he takes care of Boom Boom all the same, so we're near synced. We're almost 4 minutes in spite of ibuba taking a very long detour. MidiGuy gonna try his luck with the Hammer Bros, gets giant Hammer Bros, and ooh. ibuba is gonna play 6-10 with a cheap lurking. That was an interesting incident. He didn't actually hit the cheap, but he got rid of him anyways. MidiGuy going backwards. See where the pipe takes him, and well, it's a good call then. He skips an entire level. Gets rid of Hammer Bro. So, in spite of that, though, ibuba is in the lead as we go to the final stage of World 2, which is 2-1. Interesting route divergences so far, but Ibuba's more accurate movement giving him the advantage right now, even though he's played an extra level. Ibuba is going to probably ignore the end card, I think. MidiGuy, I'm not sure. He's already dealt with both Hammer Bros. He's going to try his luck with the card. No dice on the first match. Gets a couple of stars and a couple of flowers. So, 2 matches. See if they bear. Star and a Tanuki suit, so not really. And we have our first red or vanilla level of the evening in the World 2 airship in World 2. Is this game even randomized? Come on. Morton needed 4 hits instead of the usual 3 because HP and attributes are randomized. MidiGuy is 7, grabs the wand at 5:56. Ibuba was 8 seconds faster, so we've got a good close start between our 2 runners. Route divergences and different strats aside, they are in sync. Looks like Ibuba's going to ignore the end cards. MidiGuy seems more inclined to take them, and he's got a good potential for a match with 20 coins if he can remember where everything is. Easier said than done. World 7 is next, and this world can be really tricky. With the levels and the pipes, can be a real bear to remember everything out of vanilla positions. And they lead off with 7-4, what is normally a auto-scroller, but those have been turned off with 2 exceptions. 5-9, because of its diagonal movement, and a beta level we have come to call Atlantis because it's an underwater auto-scroller that also has tricky diagonal movement. Though, shame it isn't, because the level would be so much faster if we could just run through it, because it takes over a minute, the auto-scroller. So first level down for Ibuba. MidiGuy's not far behind. Where's the first pipe going to take them? Okay, well it takes them right to the island they need to go to, but unfortunately they need to take down one of the 2 forts, and they don't know which one it is. Could be this one that Ibuba is in, 3F1, aka Door 6 fort. MidiGuy, by a different route, is going to end up in the same location. Ibuba through. Takes care of Boom Boom, 5 hits. Guy's going to try his luck with the Piranha. Get a good item there. Did not see, nope, he did not get the correct fort, so he's gonna have to go for the other fort, and Ibuba guesses correctly again and gets 5F2, Sky Fort. It's Oasis saying one of these days Fred is gonna randomize those 3F1 doors. Lord, I hope not. Enough is randomized as it is. We really need that. We're gonna be there all day trying to figure that out. Are there like a dozen doors in that level or something? MidiGuy's about to learn the unfortunate truth. Fortunately, they don't have a hammer to break a lock here. MidiGuy is gonna have to kind of just barrel through these and, you know, find the right pipe. 8 doors? I couldn't remember. It's been so long since I've actually gone past door 6, what's on the end. It's been like almost 25 years, so. And Ibuba picks up a Lakitu Cloud, which will come in handy later if he wants an undesirable level, like, say, Atlantis or 6-6 or what have you. So Ibuba's in the World 1 airship. See if Ludwig is thick, or if he has another slightly more interesting attribute. Nope, he is not thick, and he's weak. Alright, Booba grabs the wand at 9:42. MidiGuy take down and have himself the... Ooh, MidiGuy kind of short jumped it a little bit there. King is giving ibuba Casablanca love. Brief quote from Mario RPG a la Bowser about how to talk to the Koopa Troop. We head to World 4. So this World 4 is tricky because the bridge at the end is always required to get to the end. Now the challenging part is you don't necessarily know which fort is which. The game does not tell you, give you any discernible hits. Not usually, anyway. Okay, well, that's a hint. ibuba is going to make a mistake here. He's about to go, and it's double bridges. So that's interesting. Could be that one fort is required to the other. Wouldn't that be something? So ibuba's going to have to play 4-4, which turns out to be pyramid level from World 2. The guy's about a minute behind, heading into World 3, so he's keeping pace. He'll be getting an end card after he finishes Pyramid. So this double bridge thing is uncommon, but it's kind of clever, in a way. MidiGuy taking on the double Boomerang Bros and finish them off. Alright. ibuba's got his P-Wing ready, and he uses it on 4F2. I kind of get why he did that, because it could have been 7F1 or something, and that requires a flying ability, so not a bad idea to hedge your bets a little bit. Yeah, I lost P-speed there. So now we're gonna find out, and it is a straight shot to the airship. He's just got to go through a few extra levels to get there. ibuba's in 1-4 now. You guys skip the end card game for now. It's a forced draw on his way back anyways. Got kind of lost footing there for a sec, gets it back. ibuba no problems in 1-4. Took a bit of damage though, lost his fire, but he won't really need it too much for the coin ship. Another Lakitu cloud, so he could actually use a cloud on the fort if he so chose, and spare him a little bit of trouble. Forts are generally longer than regular levels. Although knowing the way this game works, I wouldn't be surprised if 4F2 turns out to be, the other fort turns out to be 4F1. He's going to play 4-2 instead, and get 6-1 with an Angry Sun. Hold on to those clouds for safekeeping for later. So hope he uses them. Terrible thing to wait. Terrible thing not to use a cloud. Ooh, MidiGuy's in trouble. Nice double jump back. Most gamers would not think to do that. They would probably just end up taking the death, but very sharp movement by MidiGuy to avoid that. ibuba's in the World 3 airship. The first 3 world airships. MidiGuy's probably might be wishing he actually hadn't done that. Because that wouldn't be surprised if that hammer row comes back to him. About a 14. About 30 wand grab for ibuba. Okay, MidiGuy got lucky there. Okay, he takes death. MidiGuy is actually going to play the fort, and I was right, it is 4F1. Ibuba is in the World 1 fort. Now the thing with this game is, logic always assumes that you're going for the item up top. It will never put the fort in a spot where you cannot actually finish this level, or this world, so to speak. Ibuba is going for that item, and it is an anchor, which is a random item that could be just about anything. So this is a interesting strategy by Ibuba, and it could pay off very nicely for him, or it could severely backfire depending on where the tower ends up taking. Because the normal colored fort in World 5 is always going to create a bridge. Blue colored fort will always break a lock. So this is an interesting strategy by Ibuba, and I'm interested to see how it's going to pay off for him. There is no lock on the bottom part of this world, so we're going to find out what he is letting himself in for, so to speak. MidiGuy is almost finished with Roy, or with Iggy, excuse me, with one-hit Iggy, so no problems there. Grabs the wand. Ida boss pass down below, in the midsection of the tower. Booba, those P-speed strats like he knows how, because he is one of the top Warpless players around. I think he's in the top 20 overall. Very, very good runner. Okay, it's negligible as it turns out, and actually Ibuba might be slightly ahead, based on his judgment. So that's it. So it has come into play where that has actually severely backfired in a couple of runs that I've done. So it worked out for Ibuba here, but no guarantee it will every time. MidiGuy is actually going to play the level through. Ibuba had no problems in 6F2, the ice fort. MidiGuy drops Boom Boom, so we'll be interested to see if he decides to try his luck with the pipe. The pipe will actually be overall faster, turns out. First, help himself to an end card, see if he can score anything else. Starting to put the pieces together as far as where everything is. Oh yeah. And he's got it. And Ibuba has run into 6-6, the dreaded 6-6. This is not a level you want to see at all. It is, because of the enemy drop patterns that can appear underwater, it can cause severe lag and it can cause severe discomfort trying to navigate through. Ibuba, ooh, well, he's waiting for that star to come to him, but it's sure taking its time. And Ibuba is more than happy to wait because it'll allow him to speed through this underwater pipe section. Gets through, but boy, took a kind of a really unpleasant route to get there. MidiGuy was in a lost level, the 1.5 beta. Nice job by Ibuba navigating 6-6. That's not easy, especially when you have bloopers chain. Those guys can cause all sorts of havoc. Ooh, MidiGuy was a little quick on the jump there. Took some damage, got through it anyway. He's got a P-Wing for his efforts. Doesn't look like the Hammer Bros were dealing anything good. He's starting to fall behind here because he's not generating what he needs off the cards. And those detours are starting to add up. But ibuba's in the world's 6th airship. MidiGuy is in another beta level, kind of a 6-4 and 4-2 hybrid sorts. Guy gets through. It's a pretty short and simple level. Roy is thick today. Needs the vanilla 3 hits to take him down and wand grab at 2025. So halfway point for Ibuba 2025. We still have worlds 3, 6, and 1 to go. So 1 generally isn't too long. 3 and 6, who knows? Guys, in 1 6 now. World 1. So normally this would actually be a forced 3-level draw, the fort, but with that hammer, it's straight down to where 1-5 is, and it's 5-3 leading off. MidiGuy's in 6-6. Let's see if he takes an intentional death here and tries to nope his way out of this. Yep. Good idea. Got 2 clouds. Let's hope he uses his clouds wisely here. We've seen enough of this of late. We've seen enough mismanagement of clouds tonight. Took him a minute, but he's decided to play 5-6, and good level to use a P-Wing on. So it's a little hard to get any forward momentum. Ibuba is done with 5-3, which is one of the longer stages in Rando, and in general, it's almost a minute long. Ibuba's now in 7-1, which he can do a clip on, provided he gets the sub-pixel. Go his way, and 4th try jump. Nicely done by Ibuba. So, Ibuba's got about a 1 world lead now on MidiGuy as we about to head to the airship, as is MidiGuy. So this is looking pretty good for ibuba7 at this stage. He gets another hammer for his efforts, which could be valuable depending on the draw. So, while we have a kind of a break in the action, give our runners a follow. They certainly are putting on a good show for us tonight in this group stage match. Guy takes care of Roy. Boob is working his way across the world's 7 airship, which in vanilla takes 2 minutes. Here it takes about a quarter of that. You have good movement. Ooh, Ibuba got a little ahead of the gun there, and takes a little damage from Larry, but Larry is pretty soft and is easy to take down, so 23-28 wand grab for him. So about a 3-minute advantage overall for Ibuba at this stage. MidiGuy was hoping the anchor would be a hammer. I've never actually seen it become itself. World 6 in World 6, go figure. We have 2 forts out in the 6-2, 6-3 locations. 3 forts. Okay, well this is interesting. So first up is Navy, the World 8 military levels. World 6 is tricky because it's such a long map that you can't really tell immediately where the locks and the bridges are, and that's certainly the case here. Ibuba's going to play in the second fourth, 6F3. It's also possible the pipes can take you very, very deep into the world, but there's also, it's a double-edged sword if you do it too early, because you could end up trapped. MidiGuy's going to have to probably take an intentional death here on 7-1, as he can't flip as Small Mario. Didn't really have the items to do. Oh, he's got a fire flower. Okay, so he can do it. See how many tries this takes for MidiGuy. Took 4 for Ibuba. Likes getting a running start here. Ibuba's actually going to try his luck with the end card. I think that was 4th try for MidiGuy too. So nice little bit of sync there. Ibuba grabs the tries the anchor and gets it's this frog suit and is in 2-5. So Ibuba wants to see what's up ahead with the map and if taking the pipe behind the boulder is advantageous, and yes it is. It's just a question of where on the far east side is it. This is interesting. Ibuba could be done with this world in about a minute. Unless I'm missing something. Ibuba's continuing on, he's in 4-6. Another fairly popular level for Boss Bass, but problem with Larry for MidiGuy, and he gets the wand at 26:49. So again, about a 3-minute and change gap between our runners. Ibuba finds 6-8, excuse me, with Boss Bass trolling around the bottom. Pretty easy level to get through, although some of the enemy sets can cause a lot of lag, especially if you get fire chomps or big enemies. So, okay, I knew I was right about the pipes. There are 4 pipes, and Ibuba is making a mistake. He should be checking that back pipe, because it would have saved him about 4 levels, or 3 or 4 levels easy. Ibuba's in 4-4. MidiGuy is working his way through 2-5 right now. Okay, so... Alright. So, this, I think, works... It worked out really well for Ibuba here, but again, he could have saved himself a significant amount of time if he had just checked. It's the cost of a hammer, but at the very least, it would have taken him in a pretty good location. And the forts were all very close to one another, so it wouldn't have been too big of a deal. So, Ibuba dropped Lemmy at 28:43. MidiGuy needed a minute to kind of think this through before deciding to play this on. See how quickly he decides to go for that pipe in the back. Little Forrest Gump for Ibuba. And chat, you are thinking of 7-5. That is the level. Ibuba 6-4 in World 3. The opening section that Ibuba is navigating through is notorious for its lag. Okay, so looks like 6F3 is going to at least free up, at least has something toward the end. MidiGuy is still playing the cards. So let's... MidiGuy That's also... He's making the same mistake as Ibuba. This is gonna hurt MidiGuy a lot more than Ibuba, because this shrunk the gap by quite a bit. He is gonna use his hammer here. I think he rightly assumes that the pipe... okay, Ibuba gets a free pass straight to Wendy. So very astute play by Ibuba there, taking the gamble with the hammer and the cloud, and he is on his way. And it should be a pretty easy fire kill for Wendy, although... Oh, she's a thick Wendy too. But no problem, only a 2-hitter. MidiGuy almost got gulped by Boss Bass. So, Ibuba's got the wand at about 30-55 and is good shape for a very solid finish here. Could be looking at about a 37 to 38 minute seed, or maybe even faster. For those of you interested in joining our happy little community, the exclamation that Gimp and I both synced at the same time has a link to our Discord. So Ibuba... MidiGuy has learned the answer. Now he's just got to play a level or two. Learned it a little too late, unfortunately. Ibuba's in 3F2 water H2O fort. Hello, Agent Arnold. How are you this evening? And fortunately, this is a very unfortunate... both of them made the same routing mistake, but it really, really hurt Midi. It's pretty much torpedoed his chances of comeback. So, Ibuba is going to try to get around the hand level, did not do so, and will be going down to another beta level, but a pretty simple one. Is a straight shot to the finish. He's got to contend with some somewhat trolly enemies sometimes, though not too bad here. MidiGuy's having a little trouble with Lemmy's juggling act. And there he goes. So, be about a 3308 wand grab for him. So, Ibuba is going around trying to find fort. Okay, there's a tanks level, and it is the wrong tank. There are two tanks in World 8. One is a regular level, one is a fort. Want the one that's a fort because that breaks a lock, creates a bridge. The other one does nothing. So, it's a linear path for Ibuba. Interesting use of a P-wing there, but alright, fine. Okay, there's a pipe. Alright, so he's got two forts in front of him, and he goes to tanks, super tanks, and it is 7F2. The dreaded, the fort everyone dreads. But when you get a star to help you through the first half of this fort, it's actually not so bad. The guy has no problems with 6-4. Yes, what we've come to lovingly call Piranha Fort. Yes. MidiGuy, let's see how he plays this. Well, he's first gonna have to deal with a hammer bro, or a boomerang bro in this case. Gets a star. Alright, MidiGuy is, again, he's got hammers. I know he's got a hammer. Gotta be. Gonna end up at 7-2. Ibuba is an Air Force. So we're actually halfway to a full quad, as it is known, where you get tank, Navy, Air Force, and super tanks. But we're short tanks and super tanks. Ibuba's got 3 forts in the books in World 8, and that's going to open up things, and what he's beaten will give him some intelligence about where to go from here. Okay, so the lock is broken, which, if it hadn't, would have told him it would be... Okay, so... that leaves Navy. Navy is somewhere in the dark area, I believe. So... now he's got to go find it. Okay. Oh, it's Air Force, excuse me. So, Air Force is an 8-1 location. He doesn't have any clouds he can use, so he's going to have to play a level to get there. It's 3-6. So yeah, so 2 bridges required to get to Bowser today. Which, all things considered, is not terrible. MidiGuy's in 6F1. Will not be getting a fire kill on, excuse me, a star kill on Boom Boom today. And another level, a hand level. It's 4-3. He might just decide to play this through. So it is confirmed from ibuba's screen, from MidiGuy's screen, that the fort 6F1 did control that lock that ibuba broke. MidiGuy's in 1-2 now. Ibuba did indeed play through 4-3, and it makes sense because it's kind of a pretty simple level, and Ibuba's got to be thinking it's better to got to be kind of hedging his bets a little bit here with his opposition. Don't want to be taking too many needless deaths. And Gatekeeper is 2 Fort, the Desert Fort. I believe Ibuba's got a hammer. Should be able to do a quick kill on Bowser, 5 hits. Ibuba's waiting out the Hot Foot. Do a P-Speed run through this. You guy hoping, I think, for a fire kill on Wendy. Didn't, yeah, Mustard, I'm not really sure if he was doing an accurate inventory of his items. If MidiGuy was doing an accurate inventory on his items, I don't think he was. So Ibuba's got a straight shot to Bowser. He's not using. Apparently, doesn't have a hammer suit. He's just gonna play this on. Do a MidiGuy. Ibuba, nice clip there. The wall. It's gonna bring him right down. MidiGuy. Is powering forward. He's going to play Air Force. Maybe this will save him some time. We don't actually know which... Well, actually we do. We do know what... Air Force broke a lock. The lock in front of him, but we don't know about the rest. So 35 fireballs from Ibuba to Bowser's head, and we are out of here. It took him a little... Didn't quite get the ideal pattern, but no problem for Ibuba, who dropped Bowser and take second match. Their 2-game set. ibuba7 will finish with an official SRL time of 39 minutes, 37 seconds. So GG's to Ibuba. MIDI guy, I didn't quite see what his map was, but knows he has to play this level for sure. Ooh, MIDI guy shorted his jump in 7F2 and takes a dip in the pool. So with that win, oh, MIDI guy taking another death there. Another kind of hesitated on his jump there, and okay. If I'm reading that correctly, he did not have a hand. So I guess he didn't have a choice. And we welcome our winner from this evening's match, ibuba7, to the chat. GG.
Thank you, bro. Thank you.
So, interesting seed tonight. Both of you took some interesting route diversions throughout, and for a while you kind of were meeting in the middle, but then you just were slowly pulling away from MIDI guy.
Okay. Well, I don't know exactly what you're talking about, but I'm pretty sure my World 6 was terrible, talking about the overworld.
Yeah, both of you, if it's any consolation, both of you made the same mistake.
Oh.
So,
okay.
but it was puzzling, although in a sense it kind of sort of evened out for you, because he eventually used his hammer. You didn't. And you got to use that hammer World 3, and you got to get basically a straight shot to Wendy. So
yeah
overall, it would have saved you time to do break that boulder, but you know, it's easy to get tunnel vision in these things, I think.
Yeah, I think that happened to me. I am not used to all the pipes on World 6. So when I arrived to the end and I saw the pipe that went directly to the castle, I was like, oh, I think I made a mistake. But I don't know. I think everything else was maybe okay. Probably a different approach on World 8 would be better. I don't know.
With that kind of World 8, you know, you both are basically taking the same route. The only thing that I think is different is it does not appear 3F2 was required. 3F2 was not required. The 8 fort at the beginning was not required, but otherwise, not a whole lot more different done there.
Okay. No, yeah, I usually do all the fourth levels I find on the way on World 8 because you know I think it's better to do them right away than to need them and need to go back to find them again.
Agreed. And it's you know, that's kind of the way I would do it too. And you know, luckily there wasn't a lot, you know, sort of impeding you, and you know, there actually weren't too many pipes. A lot of them seem to be kind of wedged in the dark area.
Yeah, exactly.
So, MIDI guy's just about finished here. He should be on his way to
Bowser.
Yeah, he should be.
Did MIDI made the end cards?
He did. He's going to get a hammer suit out of the deal.
Oh, nice. That's nice.
But yeah, he played it all the way through. There was definitely a hammer. I don't think it was dealing anything else that was particularly valuable. Yeah, he's got a couple of hammer suits, but yeah, apart from that, it wasn't especially generous tonight.
Okay, yeah. From the half to the end of the seed, there were a lot of hammers. But maybe if you made the end cards at the beginning and you get lucky and got a hammer, maybe that would be like an advantage. I don't know.
Maybe. Although I'm not really sure where it would have probably expedited at the end with World 6, 7, perhaps. Having an extra hammer there, but you know, you couldn't really use it in World 4. not real. It didn't really have any practical use in World 5. 7, not really.
Yeah, no,
Especially, yeah. So
yeah.
I think overall 1 extra hammer would have helped. That's about it.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
Oh, GG.
So break out the GGs for MidiGuyDP finishes with an official SRL time of 45:08. Easy hammer kill for him. So that will do it. Ibuba will move up to 4-0 in F. MidiGuy will drop to 2-3, but he still got 3 matches left to play, and it looks like Group F, apart from you, Ibuba, it's going to be a pretty balanced group. It doesn't look like there's a clear front runner for the number 2 spot.
Oh, that's interesting. Well, also, who knows? Maybe I lose the other 4.
I'll hazard a guess and say that seems somewhat unlikely, but you never know. You get an awful seed with a brutal 7-5, and
Yeah, I know how that feels.
and we welcome MidiGuyDP to the chat. GG.
No, that was a fun one. Though I must say that World 6.
Yep. But well, if it's any consolation, both of you did that.
We both went that far just to check to see, okay, where are those locks at? Where are they at?
Yeah.
It was like, oh, the gamble could have been so beneficial.
Yeah. And it ended up kind of breaking even for Ibuba because he didn't end up using his hammer, which allowed him to use the hammer in World 3. And I thought you had a hammer on hand. You must have. I didn't realize until way later that you burned your last hammer on that boulder in World 6.
Yeah, well, I did get one back from the boss, but I guess if it's a shame I didn't have 2 hammers because I could have totally went through those 2 rocks at the beginning there.
You could have done that, or yeah, just break the lock up front and then just kind of sashay on over. But yeah, that ended up because Ibuba didn't do it, and if you had, it would have at least given you a couple of minutes jump on him, because none of the locks would have impeded your approach to the castle. So it's just one of those things.
As though in the end that there was not going to be any locks right next to the castle because that's happened before, and I'm always trying to be ready for that. I was also scared of that.
Yeah, it's like one of those things, especially when you had the 3 forts right on top of each other. It's actually, I think it would have been worth it just to gamble and worst comes to worst, you play an extra level or 2, but it is a very much a calculated risk, but
yeah,
particularly when you get to see 3/4 of the map and you don't really see anything, but yeah, that's just one of those counting things that comes with practice experience.
Yeah, no kidding. I of all the races I think I've taken part in, that's probably one of the ones that I really was in a real thinking position there, especially when all 3 of those fortresses in World 6 wound up at the beginning. That was
yeah. That's unusual. Usually you get 1 or 2 or something. My favorite is usually when you get the fort right in front of you in the pipe location. Okay, well I guess I'm doing that now.
it's nice.
It's almost a freebie, and you figure, well, if nothing else, it at least gives you a little more advanced intelligence, perhaps.
Yeah.
But so it goes. Any other thoughts, impressions, curses at Boss Bass?
No, I think Boss Bass was nice this time.
Boss Bass was kind of on break this time, apart from 1 level, I think, or 2.
Yeah, and I know he was giving you problems. I think in 6-8 he was kind of lurking there. He was looking for his snack, but you just managed to finesse him and get around him.
Just barely.
Yeah. But all right, well, GG's guys. Congrats, ibuba, on your win. Moving to 4-0.
Thank you. Yeah, I have two more rivals to beat now, or to try at least.
Well, come this far. Group F is going to be interesting for the next couple of weeks as it all shakes out. Could be quite a finish. We could have a tiebreaker, I think. Things shake out.
Okay.
It could happen. You never know. Because it's
All right.
top two, right? Top two per group.
Top two move on, and if there's a tie in the standings, and if the head-to-head can't break the logjam, then yep, we'll have a one game playoff.
Ooh, that'll be interesting.
Yep. All right. Well, thanks again, guys, and give our runners a follow if you haven't already. They've definitely earned it tonight with a fine race to close out this Monday. And if you're interested in trying the Mario 3 randomizer for yourself, follow the links I'm about to punch in here of command, and you'll learn everything you need to know about the randomizer and our happy little community. So I'm Pro8007. Thanks for watching tonight, and we have more matches tomorrow, starting at noon, with the founder and creator of the Mario 3 randomizer, F. Coughlin, or Fred, as lovingly call him. He will be facing Amorietta at noon. Keep an eye out for that on Speed Gaming. So have a good night, everybody.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Good night.